Let's talk a little bit about the GOP field and who you like and maybe who you don't like so much.
You know, I'm very encouraged by the field. I mean, we've had many of these men speak in our church, Governor Perry, Senator Cruz. We had Rick Santorum recently with us a couple of weeks ago. I'm very encouraged. Look, we all want somebody who's competent. Being a Christian alone does not qualify you to be president. We want a competent Christian. But you know, Mike, the Bible says, when the godly rule, the people rejoice. And I think unless there is somebody somewhere on the ticket that has a deep faith in Jesus Christ and has a commitment to religious liberty, to life, to the sanctity of marriage, I believe conservative evangelicals will stay at home this time, just like they did in 2012 and just like they did in 2008. And, you know, I hope one of the men you mentioned or some other Christians will be at the top of the ticket. But if the GOP is smart, they will at least put them somewhere on the ticket. Otherwise, you're going to have an evangelical base that stays at home.
And it's so frustrating to me because while I understand the sentiment behind that, to hand this country over to another liberal Democrat for 4 more years, you talk about America not surviving, that's a 1-2 punch that I don't know that we'll ever get over. We cannot fail to encourage people to go to the polls. They've got to get out and vote. I mean, I understand the point about evangelicals saying, listen, you don't pass muster with me, but any Republican nominee is better than Hillary Rodham Clinton. Don't you agree?
Well, I'm not sure anyone would be better than her. I'm not sure there's a dime's worth of difference between Hillary and some of the establishment candidates who have run in the past.
Like who?
Well, you know, I'm not going to call names, but what I'm telling you is, from my perspective, and I think the perspective of a lot of evangelicals, there is room for talking about immigration policy. There's room to broaden the tent on tax policy. But I'm telling you, Mike, Christians like myself and others, we are not going to be energized by people who are soft on the issue of life and marriage and religious liberty, and who are going to appoint Supreme Court justices who knows what's going to happen with them. We want people who are going to stand up for some of the basic values of Americans, because without it, our nation is going to implode.